police officers, and even the coroner's office, the public safety communicators that took the call on this. I'm going to tell you, I'm here to tell you that the burden on them is real. They will carry this for the rest of their life. Just put yourself in their situation. A young police officer, a young firefighter has to walk in and see 8 babies murdered. How does he go home and hold his own children? Think about that. We've got to stop the violence. We've got to take the politics out of crime.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Psychology Eats. What's eating you? Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I hope this video finds you in great mental health. I hope that everything is going well for you and life is giving you everything that you work for and hope for. You saw the title, you saw the thumbnail. This story has gone viral. It's all over the internet. So I'm not going to go into all the details. I did find a really good video. Her name, I think, is Sharika Speaks. I'm going to leave her link in my comment section. She gives a really good overview of the before and after of this tragedy, this horrific tragedy that happened, where a biological father of his children decided that because he couldn't get what he wanted, which was to continue to have a wife and a girlfriend, in which over the last decade, these women had to endure being cheated on, lied to, and when the wife decided that it was enough, that she was not going to continue in this type of relationship with this man getting her pregnant, then the other lady pregnant, and them living, within blocks of streets of each other, that she wanted to end the relationship. And Shamar decided that if she was going to take back control of her life, that he didn't want to see that happen. And as a result, he would, not only kill her children, both of their children's, but to also murder them too. Now, I don't know if his plan was to kill himself. He did not kill himself on the scene. He decided to run away, and then the police helped him to have himself end his life. And so that's what happened. So I don't know what he thought the plan would be after he did such a horrific crime. And so, of course, people are, debating about whose fault and what happened and, how did it get here? And what we don't want to do is victim blame. These two mothers have lost their children and they're fighting for their lives. And if they do make it, the mental anguish that they will carry for the rest of their life is unimaginable and unmeasurable, and what that is going to look like for them. This has devastated not only a community, but first responders also. And I did want to make this video about the first responders and dealing with such traumatic scenes and how they cope with such traumatic scenes. It's horrendous for them to imagine as a firefighter, a police officer, to walk in a scene like that and see 8 babies shot in their heads. Shamar is the name of the father. He wanted them to die. He wanted to end their lives. And so the aftermath of this, for those of us who are spectators and just watching this story unfold, there will be other stories and we will move on in our own lives and not even think about this. But the first responders and other people in that community, the teachers, the friends of the children, the daycare workers, anybody that doctors who came in contact with those children are going to feel the effects of their murder for a very long time. And the debate about Shamar being, was he mentally ill, and did that lead to his decision to murder his family? People can argue all day long, mental illness, demonic spirits. Before we could put a word on, or before we had psychiatry, we would refer to somebody who would do such a heinous crime as demonic, saying it's nobody but the devil would act out in that way. You have to be operating through a demonic spirit. Today we call that mental illness. Was he mentally ill? I would have to say, obviously, yes. That most people without a chronic mental illness does not operate in that manner. He was a liar. You got to be a liar initially if you're going to be going between two homes. He was not trustworthy. He was a manipulator. He most likely had anger issues, anger problems. From what we know, he did experience childhood trauma of his own, that he was born to an addict mother. There's no one said anything about a father. So, he was raised by a family member. So I'm sure a lot of things happened to him. A lot of things happen to a lot of people, but they don't murder their children because they didn't get their way. And by that meaning, he wanted to remain married, although he was dishonoring his wife every day, all day. But he wanted her to remain in a marriage and continue to take on his bullshit. So what do we learn from this? What can we conclude from this? The children are gone. The moms are going to, they're fighting for their lives. We don't know what's going to happen with them, if they're going to make it. If they do, I'm sure they eventually will be able to come and tell their stories. Unfortunately for them, that their children are gone and had to suffer. And not only, did he murder the babies that really couldn't run or didn't know what to do, but the 13-year-old kid who ran for his life, he tracked him down on that roof and murdered him. And so that says a lot about the mindset that he had during that spree, that killing spree, that he chased him down like a dog. And so he is gone. There's nothing that can bring back this. I do want to say, for women, please, 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 when a man shows you initially, early on in a relationship, that he is controlling, that he is love bombing you, that he's weird, he says something that's off, and it's early in a relationship where you can block him, you can ghost him, do it. Do it. Because they don't start out monsters and devils, but they show you just a little inkling of that way of thinking is off, sis. Please do not take relationships like that further than, okay, we talked, we hung out, I didn't like this, I didn't like that, something off with you, my intuition is telling me to not even pursue any type of relationship with you. End it. End it. Thanks, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.